Hey guys, YouTube Warrior 100 here, and as Bad Wrestling Pay-Per-View Month continues, now I'm going to review for you guys WCW Starrcade 2000. Alright, let me start off by saying this. After seeing Halloween Havoc 2000, I thought to myself, there's absolutely no way WCW could put on a worse pay-per-view than that. And what do you know? I was absolutely right. Yeah, but this was horrible. This sucked so bad. There were a couple of matches on this show that I did enjoy, but other than those couple of matches, the rest of this show was, ugh. Gosh, I mean, yeah, this isn't one of WCW's best pay-per-views of all time. This is definitely one of their worst. Yeah, I still say Halloween Havoc 2000 is their worst one I've seen, but yeah, I'd say this is probably the second worst. Yeah, not really anything. Yeah, this isn't a good show. Yeah, so let me just get started. The show kicked off with a three-way tag ladder match to determine the number one contender for the Cruiserweight Championship. 3 count, Shannon Moore and Shane Helms versus the Jung Dragons, Yun Yang, and Kaz Hayashi versus Jamie Noble and Evan Karagias. Yeah, this was a great match right here. Yeah, like I said in the Halloween Havoc review, the Cruiserweights were always put on good matches. Yeah, and yeah, the match at Halloween Havoc was good, and this was a great match also. Yeah, this was a great ladder match right here. Yeah, a lot of very good spots here. Shannon Moore tried to go for the ladder early on, but Jamie Noble and Evan Karagias stopped him, and then he was able to get the ladder the second time he tried. Yeah, there was a lot of uses of the ladder in this match. Yeah, Chavo Guerrero was on commentary for this match. Yeah, he was the Cruiserweight champion. So yeah, he was out there on commentary for the match. Yeah, and there was a lot of nice spots with the ladder. The ladder was used a lot, and yeah, there were a lot of attempts to go for the contract that was hanging above the ring. Yeah, at one point, Jamie Noble and Evan Karagias, yes, they kept pulling each other off the ladder trying to go for the contract. Yeah, and Shannon Moore and Gregory Helms were working together a lot in the match, because obviously, yeah, all 3 teams were working together. Yeah, I don't know why I just said that. Yeah, and I think Evan Karagias, one point he did I think it was a neck breaker off a ladder that was lying with the legs in between the rails of another ladder. And yeah, and like I said, just a lot of nice spots with the ladder. Shannon Moore got a couple of head scissors to pull other people off the ladders. Yeah, and then at the end of this match, both Gregory Helms and Shannon Moore simultaneously pulled the contract off. So yeah, Gregory Helms and Shannon Moore won the match. Yeah, it was a great match, definitely match of the night. 4 1/4. Great match right there. Then we got Lance Storm versus Ernest the Cat Miller. Oh my god, this was not good at all. This was so freaking boring. Yeah, just kind of back and forth between the two. Now, at one point, when Major Guns and Miss Jones got into the ring face to face, and they were going to get into it. Yeah, and Alex Skipper was helping Lance Storm a lot in this match. Yeah, and this wasn't very good at all. Oh yeah, and at the end of this match, Hacksaw Jim Duggan came out, and it looked like he was gonna hit Ernest the Cat Miller with his 2x4, but he dropped it. Instead, he just nailed Ernest the Cat Miller with a clothesline or something, and then Landstorm pinned Ernest Miller right there. And they were all celebrating the ring. Landstorm, Major Guns, Elix Skipper, and Jim Duggan. And then Landstorm, Major Guns, and Elix Skipper attacked on Jim Duggan. And then the Cat came back and attacked them and saved Jim Duggan. And after that, so yeah, not very good. 1 star. And then we got the Hardcore Championship match. Crowbar defending against Terry Funk. I didn't really like this too much. It started off in the back. There was a lot of stuff they were running into. At one point they were in the back of a truck or something, and like Crowbar opened the roof or something, and a bunch of stuff came down on Terry Funk. Yeah, and then it eventually went over to the ring. Yeah, and Crowbar was handcuffed by that point. But oh my God, I was just hoping Daphne. I just kept wishing she would just shut the fuck up. My gosh, her freaking screaming. I was getting so angry about that. I just wanted to reach through the screen and slap her to death. Gosh, she was making me so angry. Yeah, and then at the end of this match, Terry Funk won. So, yeah, I didn't really like it too much. I guess it could have been worse, but yeah, I still really didn't enjoy it too much. Star Recorder. Then after this, we got Kronik versus Big Vito and Reno. This was okay, I guess. That's probably one of the better matches of the night. Yeah, just kind of back and forth between the two teams. Yeah, not really anything memorable about here, but this is probably one of the better things on the show, as I said. Yeah, not really too much to talk about here, just back and forth between the two teams, as I said. And then at the end of this match, Vito tagged in Reno, and then Reno, attacked Big Vito by giving him, like, what was it, a neck breaker or something? Yeah, and then he went for a cover on Vito, and I don't know if that means he was with Kronik or whatever. Yeah, I don't really know how the match ended, but yeah, Kronik got the laugh on Big Vito. So yeah, like I said, okay, I guess I give it 2 stars. And then after this, we got the ambulance match. Bam Bam Bigelow versus Mike Awesome. Yeah, this was another one that I guess was okay. Yeah, they were brawling a lot on the outside of the ring. Yeah, at one point, Bam Bam Bigelow just punched right through the back window of the ambulance. Yeah, and then they were fighting on the ambulance, and Bam Bam Bigelow pulled off the siren lights. And then, at the end of this match, Mike Awesome, he nailed Bam Bam Bigelow with the lights, and then Bam Bam Bigelow just fell right through the ambulance, right into it. So Mike Awesome won just like that. So yeah, kind of an unexpected ending there. So yeah, that was alright, I guess. I give it 2.5 stars. And after this, we got the United States Championship match, General Rection and aka Hugh Morris versus Shane Douglas. Yeah, this was another one that I guess was alright. I don't know, this one was just kind of there. I mean, yeah, it was just kind of back and forth between the two. And yeah, Shane Douglas was saying before the match that he was blaming Hugh Morris for his woman not being there. Yep, Tori Wilson. And yeah, like I said, this was just kind of I guess a filler match. Yeah, and yeah, at one point yeah, Shane Douglas was trying to hit Hugh Morris with a chain, but he lost the chain after Hugh Morris attacked him or something. And then Chavo Guerrero came out. He grabbed the chain, and then the referee was distracted with him. And yeah, Chavo threw the chain over to Shane Douglas, and then he turned the referee around, and the referee saw Shane Douglas with the chain in his hand, and he called for the bell and disqualified Shane Douglas. Yeah, and then after that, had Shane Douglas attacked Chavo Guerrero, and then yeah, it was complete chaos there. So yeah, that was just kind of there. I give that, I don't know, about a star and a half. And then we got the Bunkhouse Street Fight. Filthy Animals, Conan, Rey Mysterio, and Billy Kidman versus Jeff Jarrett and the Harris brothers, Ron and Don. And I actually did enjoy this match. This kind of reminded me of the Chicago Street Fight from WrestleMania 13. A lot of weapon use in this match. And yeah. And there was just a lot of violence in the match. Yeah, at one point, Billy Kidman threw Jeff Jarrett's head into a popcorn machine. And there was a bunch of stuff in there. There were road signs, trash cans. Yeah. One point, I think it was Conan and Rey Mysterio, or it might have been Billy Kidman and Rey Mysterio. They, I think, double powerbomb. No, not double powerbomb. Double choke slammed or something. Jeff Jarrett threw a bar in the ring. And then Jeff Jarrett powerbombed Rey Mysterio into a dumpster cart. And then all of a sudden, the referee just decided to make this where people need to be tagged in. And so yeah, and then the Harris brothers were double teaming Billy Kidman and all the guys from the Filthy Animals in this match a lot. Yeah, Rey Mysterio eventually recovered. He was gonna splash Jeff Jarrett through a table, but the Harris brothers caught him and they put him through the table. And Billy Kidman was making quite a few saves in this match. Yeah. And then at the end of this match, I think Billy Kidman was going to go for a shooting star press on Jeff Jarrett, but the Harris brothers nailed him with a liquor bottle. And then Jeff Jarrett got the pin on Billy Kidman. So, yeah, Jeff Jarrett and the Harris brothers win. So I give that about 3 stars. It was enjoyable for me. And then we got the Tag Team Championship match, the Perfect Event, Chuck Palumbo and Shawn Stasiak versus the Insiders, Diamond Dallas Page and Kevin Nash. I guess this was alright, I guess. I thought this match did what it needed to do. Yeah, Ric Flair told Mike Sanders before the match that if he stepped into the ring, that DDP and Kevin Nash would automatically become champions. Yeah, so on a few occasions in this match, Mike Sanders cheap-shotted DDP and Kevin Nash a few times in the match while he was on the outside of the ring. Yeah, and then there's not really that much to say about this match. Yeah, just in the end, DDP and Kevin Nash win the tag team titles. So, yeah, I give that about a star and 3/4. Then after this, we got no holds barred match, Goldberg versus Lex Luger. This sucked. This was awful. Yeah, pretty much Goldberg was pretty much just schooling Lex Luger, and then Buff Bagwell and Sarge Bruce come out. And Sergeant Bruce was just trying to get some revenge on Lex Luger for what he was doing to him in the weeks leading up to this. Then he got taken out. And Buff Bagwell, looked like he was trying to go for Lex Luger, but he accidentally nailed Goldberg. And then he was assaulting Sergeant Bruce on the outside of the ring, and then Goldberg then eventually beat Lex Luger. And then after the match, after Goldberg won, Buff Bagwell came into the ring and attacked Goldberg with a chair, and he helped Lex Luger to the back. So yeah, that sucked. Dud. And then we got the main event for the WCW Championship, Scott Steiner versus Sid Vicious. This was not a good match at all. This was not a good main event. Really, this was not an attractive matchup at all. Who would want to see this? This kind of reminds me of the Starrcade 1994 main event between Hulk Hogan and Brutus Beefcake. Who would want to see that? Right? And who would want to see this? Who wants to see Scott Steiner versus Sid? Really? Yeah, and this really was not good at all. Well, Scott Steiner got like a camel clutch or whatever he called it on Sid a few times in the match. Yeah, and yeah, it was just kind of back and forth between the two. Yeah, it did get a little bit overbooked at the end. Yeah, Sid had Scott Steiner in a Cobra clutch, and then Scott Steiner knocked out the referee. And then another referee came down. After Scott Steiner nailed Sid with a pipe or something, another referee came down, and Sid kicked out of it. After Steiner tried to attempt a pin, and then Jeff Jarrett came out, tried to help Scott Steiner by nailing Sid with a guitar, but Sid ducked, and Jeff Jarrett nailed Scott Steiner with the guitar, and then Sid tried to go for a pin, but Jeff Jarrett pulled the referee out. He tried to nail the referee, but the referee ducked. Then quickly went back into the ring, tried to make another count, but Scott Steiner kicked out. And then Scott Steiner got the camel clutch or whatever onto Sid, and Sid just passed out, and Scott Steiner won. So yeah, not the best way to end a pay-per-view, and not a best title match. Yeah, I only give that about, I don't know, a star and a half. Overall show, I give it about 1.5 out of 10. This is not a good pay-per-view at all. This is a horrendous pay-per-view, aside from the ladder match and the Bunkhouse Brawl. Yeah. Everything else, not too good at all. This sucked. So yeah, that does it for my Starrcade 2000 review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.